Hi, personal training with Bernadette here. I hope you're all having a great, fabulous day today. I want to talk about self myofascial release. Okay, self myofascial release is flexibility. It's flexibility that we do on ourselves. What self myofascial release is, it's a deep tissue massage. It's not to be confused with the massages that we get professionally because those feel great. They're rejuvenating and they're relaxing, right? We feel great afterwards as well as during. The self myofascial release method doesn't quite feel as great during. It may be slightly uncomfortable, it might be slightly painful, but when you're finished with it, the pain and uncomfortability is very temporary. It's only during it, okay? Once you're done with it, you feel great, all right? Your muscles feel great. So what is self-myofascial release? It's a deep tissue massage, right? It's called that because we are actually squishing muscle against bone, and it's the same idea, all right? So what we want to do is, use a foam roller. I'll take them out in a second. A foam roller, it releases knots in your body, okay? Because our muscles, our normal muscles, a healthy muscle is normally smooth and it's in a straight, smooth fashion, all right? Adhesion or tightness is usually due to immobility or too much mobility. An example of immobility would be the person that is mostly immobile. A person sitting on their couch all day watching TV would be an immobile person. Another example of an immobile person would be the person who has a desk job that's sitting at their desk for 6 to 8 hours a day working. Another example of immobility would be the person who has a job that they're driving all day, like a taxi driver. All they're doing is sitting. So that would be considered immobile because we're sitting all day, because we're constantly in a hip flex position and we're not really moving too much, all right? And this is what causes problems in our muscles. Then we have too much mobility. An example of too much mobility is the UPS driver that is driving all day but is constantly in and out of the truck, picking up packages, loading them up on a dolly, and delivering them. Doing this over and over again every day would be considered too much mobility. And then again, we have the repetitive too much mobility. The repetitive is the person with a job that their job requires them to just constantly do this repetitive motion, like a stock person in a department store that is constantly going like this, right? That is a repetitive motion because every day they're using the same muscles the same way, doing the same thing day after day after day. And what do you think over time what this is doing to your body, what this is doing to your muscles, to your joints, right? That would be considered too much repetitive mobility. And then another example of too much mobility would be the avid exerciser, the person who either excessively works out or just exercises every single day. But on top of exercising, they have a very busy job that they're mobile at, as well as running around with their kids and running around here and there doing errands. They're just from 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning, just on the go, just doing 1,000 different things, but they're staying mobile. And this is their daily life. That would be considered a person with too much mobility, and it may not be repetitive. It just might be all over the place, but was still overly mobile. All right, so adhesions and tightness, right, in our muscles, they're due to too much immobility and too much mobility, which leads to joint instability and muscle imbalances. The muscles, they get bundled up, knotted, and this is what limits your range of motion. All right, so we have professional massages, which feel really good, and then we have self myofascial release. All right, the foam roller, like I said, it releases the knots in your body because our muscles, like I said, are normally straight, but in this crazy world we live in, and with all the too much mobility and immobility, our muscles are not straight. They're all like this. They're all knotted up, okay? So basically, we need help. Okay, we need help because we can't move properly with tight muscles. We can't, function properly. We may think we are, even something simply as sitting and standing. Okay, if you're that person that can't just sit down, like just sit down in their chair like this easily, right? A lot of people, they come home into their couch or their favorite chair, okay, and they're kind of like doing this kind of thing, right? They kind of got to go like this to get back up, right? Not because they're necessarily in pain, even though some people are. They're just aware of their range of motion. They're aware of their own body. They're just so used to, this is how I got to get up and this is how I got to sit down. And when I'm not talking about the elderly, I'm talking about anybody. You can be 20, you can be 30, you can be 40. It doesn't matter, okay? If you have tight muscles, back here, all right, tight muscles back in the back, wherever, you're going to be affected, okay? And you don't even realize what you're doing to yourself. You're just accepting, well, this is the way I sit and this is the way I stand. This is not even you exercising. This is just you getting up and getting down. Now, if you're that person and you're also going to the gym, working out, then you're just going to make everything worse. So you're that person. You're going to the gym, it's leg day. You're working out your lower body. You're working out your legs. All right, you're going to do squats. You're going to do lots and lots of squats, okay? This is what you do. You squat, right? Take this off for a second. Okay, so you're at the gym. It's leg day. You're going to start squatting, okay? You might have the barbell to do a back squat. You might have the dumbbells in front of you to do a front squat. You might have the dumbbells beside you. You might have no dumbbells at all. You might just do a body weight squat, prisoner squat, whatever you're doing, cable squat, whatever it is, okay? This is you. Right? You're working hard. You got a lot of weight plates on that barbell. But look, stop getting blurry. This is all you're getting down to, right here, right? Because that's your range of motion. You can't get any further, okay? You can't get down to here. You want to, but you just can't. All right. So why can't you get down to here? Well, you're so used to squatting. You're so used to putting that barbell on your shoulders and going down. Going down only a quarter of the way and getting back up. You're only strengthening the muscle within the range of motion that you're working. If your range of motion is only a quarter of the way, then that's all you're doing. Where should you be strengthening your muscles? In the range of motion that you're not working in. The rest that's not being used. That's where you should be strengthening your muscles. But you can't because it's not there. It doesn't exist. You don't have the range of motion. You don't have it. But you should be working through it, right? So we need to get your range of motion so you can work through your full range of motion, work the muscles properly. So you can not only get stronger muscles, but you stay safe and injury-free. If you continuously work within a limited range of motion, you are stressing out your joints, you are actually making your muscle imbalances get worse, and you're just screwing everything up. Okay? So, because when a muscle is used continuously, the connective tissue thickens like a callus on your feet, causing the muscle to become tighter, and it limits your range of motion. When fascia is fully hydrated, okay, they can actually receive nutrients from cells that are supple and allow you to move freely. However, like when you wake up in the morning or after an extreme exercise, all right, your fluids are depleted. okay, and they become constricted. Your muscles become constricted. That increases your risk of injury. So, I'm telling you this because I want to really put out there that you need to stay hydrated during the use of self myofascial release. When you get a professional massage, the massage therapist usually brings you in a cup of water. You ever wonder why? You ever wonder why they offer you water right after massage? For the same purposes that you need to stay hydrated during self myofascial release. Okay, we need to put the nutrients back into our muscles so we do not get injured. All right, we need to keep them hydrated. All right, on an average, we need to be drinking 8 to 10 cups of water daily. An active person or the person with too much mobility definitely needs to drink more than that. And that's it. So self-myofascial release is a flexibility technique that focuses on the neural and fascial system in the body, right? And it concentrates on alleviating myofascial trigger points and areas of hyperirritability located within a band of muscle. So not only do we need to do this before we work out and exercise or go for a run or a walk, but we also should be doing it just as a regular thing to keep our muscles healthy. It's also a great thing to do during your rest days. So you have your rest day, you're not working out whatsoever, but it's really good to take care of your muscles on rest day. So it's a good day to take care of your flexibility. Just do your myofascial release, static stretch afterwards, and just keep your muscles nice and supple. All right, so remember, your muscles normally are smooth and straight because we live in this world of craziness and we okay, as soon as we start walking as toddlers, okay, we start developing muscle imbalances, okay? It's just facts. You just want to make sure that you take care of your body. So remember, we have tight muscles that limit our range of motion, okay? Whether you're just sitting on your couch and standing up, you shouldn't have to do any fancy weird maneuvers just to sit and stand up, right? You want to be able to sit and stand up like a regular person. Then again, if you're working out and you're exercising, you want to be able to work out and exercise and use and utilize your full range of motion. You don't want to cheat yourself, okay? It's very, very, very important. So just remember this and to stay hydrated, okay? Follow up this video with a video that I'm going to do about lower body flexibility. I'm just going to go over like 3 or 4 self-myofascial techniques, followed by static stretching just for the lower body is going to be in the next video. So the link will be in the description for that, and look for it soon. Okay, hugs, health, and happiness. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe to my channel. I am going to just be posting constantly, so you'll see a lot of good stuff. Ring the bell to get notified, and you can follow me on Instagram as well. Link below. Okay, take care, have a great day, and bye.